Before you begin, go back to Module 2 and pull the spreadsheet you completed for the last 6 months' income and expenses to answer these questions. The Chapter 7 statement of your current monthly income, Form 122A-1 Sup, serves several purposes. First, it helps the eligibility determination of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. This determination is made by comparing the individual's current monthly income to the median income for their state and household size. If the individual's income is below the median, they generally qualify for Chapter 7 without further means testing. However, if their income exceeds the means testing process is triggered. Second, if an individual's current monthly income is above the median income for their state, the bankruptcy court uses Form 122A-1 Sup as the starting point for means testing. Means testing evaluates the individual's disposable income, which is the income remaining after allowable expenses are deducted. The form collects information on various expenses, such as housing, utilities, transportation, and healthcare, to calculate this disposable income. The court uses this calculation to assess whether the individual can afford to repay a portion of their debts through a Chapter 13 repayment plan. If the means test suggests that the individual has sufficient disposable income, Chapter 7 relief may be denied. Third, it verifies the financial information by requiring individuals to provide detailed information about their income, expenses, and financial circumstances. The bankruptcy court uses this information to verify the accuracy of the debtor's financial statements and assess their ability to meet their financial obligations. Inaccurate or incomplete information on the form can lead to legal consequences, including the dismissal of the bankruptcy case. Fourth, it protects the debtor and creditors by determining eligibility and assessing the debtor's ability to repay debts. The court ensures that individuals who genuinely need a fresh start receive Chapter 7 relief while preventing abuse of the bankruptcy system by those who have the means to repay their debts. Fifth, it upholds the bankruptcy court's decision regarding an individual's eligibility for Chapter 7 relief based on the information provided in Form 122A-1 Sup and the results of means testing. If the court determines that Chapter 7 is appropriate, the case can proceed with the liquidation of non-exempt assets to repay creditors. If Chapter 7 is not approved, the debtor may be required to explore alternative bankruptcy options or negotiate repayment plans with creditors. In summary, the bankruptcy court uses the Chapter 7 statement of your current monthly income, Form 122A-1 Sup, to assess eligibility for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. It also evaluates the debtor's financial situation and ensures the proper administration of the bankruptcy process while safeguarding the interests of both debtors and creditors. Questions as it appears. 1. What is your marital and filing status? Please check which is applicable. Not married. Married and your spouse is filing with you. Married and your spouse is not filing with you. Please answer whether you and your spouse are A. living in the same household and are not legally separated. Fill out both columns A and B, lines 211. B. Living separately or legally separated. Fill out column A, lines 211. Do not fill out column B by checking this box. You declare under penalty of perjury that you and your spouse are legally separated under non-bankruptcy law that applies, or that you and your spouse are living apart for reasons that do not include evading the means test requirements. 11 U.S.C. Section 707, B, 7, B. Fill in the average monthly income that you received from all sources, derived during the 6 full months before you filed this bankruptcy case. 11 U.S.C. Section 101, 10A. For example, if you are filing on September 15th, the 6-month period would be March 1st through August 31st. If the amount of your monthly income varied during the 6 months, add the income for all 6 months and divide the total by 6. Fill in the result. Do not include any income amount more than once. For example, if both spouses own the same rental property, put the income from that property in one column only. If you have nothing to report for any line, write $0 in the space. Column A debtor 1, column B debtor 2 or non-filing spouse. 2. Your gross wages, salary, tips, bonuses, overtime, and commissions, before all payroll deductions. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. 3. Alimony and maintenance payments. Do not include payments from a spouse if column B is filled in. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. 4. All amounts from any source that are regularly paid for household expenses of you or your dependents, including child support. Include regular contributions from an unmarried partner, members of your household, your dependents, parents, and roommates. Include regular contributions from a spouse only if column B is not filled in. Do not include the payments you listed on line 3. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. 5. Net income from operating a business, profession, or farm. Debtor 1, debtor 2 gross receipts, before all deductions. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. A. Ordinary and necessary operating expenses. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. B. Net monthly income from a business, profession, or farm. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. 6. Net income from rental and other real property. Debtor 1, debtor 2 gross receipts, before all deductions. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. A. Ordinary and necessary operating expenses. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. B. Net monthly income from rental or other real property. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. 7. Interest, dividends, and royalties. Please list for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. 8. Unemployment compensation. Please list the amount for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. Do not enter the amount if you contend that the amount received was a benefit under the Social Security Act. Please list the amount for debtor 1 and debtor 2 in the line designated on the form. 9. Pension or retirement income. Please list the amount for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. Do not include any amount received that was a benefit under the Social Security Act. Also, except as stated in the next sentence, do not include any compensation, pension, pay, annuity, or allowance paid by the United States government in connection with a disability, combat-related injury or disability, or death of a member of the uniformed services. If you received any retired pay paid under Chapter 61 of Title 10, then include that pay only to the extent that it does not exceed the amount of retired pay to which you would otherwise be entitled if retired under any provision of Title 10 other than Chapter 61 of that title. 10. Income from all other sources not listed above. Please list the amount for debtor 1 and for debtor 2. Specify the source and amount. Do not include any benefits received under the Social Security Act, payments received as a victim of a war crime, a crime against humanity, or international or domestic terrorism, or compensation, pension, pay, annuity, or allowance paid by the United States government in connection with a disability, combat-related injury or disability, or death of a member of the uniformed services. If necessary, list other sources on a separate page and put the total below. 11. Calculate your total current monthly income. Add lines 2 through 10 for each column. Then add the total for column A to the total for column B. Please total the columns in the space designated. 12. Calculate your current monthly income for the year. Follow these steps. 12A. Copy your total current monthly income from line 11 to the space designated. Multiply income by 12, the number of months in a year, x 12. 12B. The result is your annual income for this part of the form. Please place the answer in the space designated for 12B. 13. Calculate the median family income that applies to you. Follow these steps. Fill in the state in which you live. Fill in the number of people in your household. Fill in the median family income for your state and the size of the household. To find a list of applicable median income amounts, go online using the link specified in the separate instructions for this form. This list may also be available at the bankruptcy clerk's office. Please place the amount in the space designated. 14. How do the lines compare your annual income to the annual income for the state in which you reside? If line 12B is less than or equal to line 13, on the top of page 1, checkbox 1, there is no presumption of abuse. Go to part 3, which requires your signature. If your line 12B is more than line 13, on the top of page 1, checkbox 2, The presumption of abuse is determined by Form 122A-2. Go to Part 3 and fill out Form 122A-2. Please sign and date.